Heads up folks, Alan's going to get excited. Just to let you know, I'm going to be sharing two fantastic whiskies with you. I was planning on doing the 14 review of the Glenallachie 14. I thought, why not? Let's do a quick comparison of the Glendronach 15 with the Glenallachie 14. No battle, this is just me overthinking things and thought it'd be good to do them side by side. Give me an excuse to drink them both side by side. So just, here we go guys. The excitement's going to build. Be right back. Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to the Whiskey Friends with me, Alan. Excitement is at a new level today. I was planning on reviewing the 14 Glenallachie UK exclusive, cask strength, 55.4% ABV, non-chill filtered, natural colour, all the great stuff. I was sitting here thinking, wow, I wonder how that would compare with a side by side with Glendronach 15 Revival. So here we are. I'm going to share both of them with you. At the same time, I will give a review of the Glenallachie 14, and at the same time just have a little swifter of the Glenallachie 15. Any excuse really, just to kind of get these. I just want to see them side by side, see how they sit up side by side. By no means is this a battle guys, because it would be a wee bit of a mismatch. One's cask strength and one's 46% ABV. They're different maturations as well, so the whole thing, there's not a battle going on with this one. This is just purely a bit of fun, bit of excitement, just to see how they are side by side, and an excuse to sip them side by side. So without any further ado, I'll just batter into these. Over the last couple of weeks guys, I had a wee visit up to Speyside, had a wee pop around, dived into Glenallachie a couple of times, picked up a few bottles here and there. This Glenallachie 14 was one of them, so let's go straight into this one. It's a UK exclusive. I paid £90 for this bottle, 55.4% ABV, non-chill filtered, natural colour as they all are. What a beautiful, beautiful dark colour straight off the bat this one is. Beautiful. The maturation is a mix of first and second fill American oak barrels, and then it's re-racked and into Spanish oak, sherry, Oloroso sherry puncheons. For a period of 2 years, so it's an Oloroso wood finish. It's part of the wood finish series at Glenallachie. So really looking forward to tackling this one. Colour is absolutely incredible. Look at that beautiful, beautiful colour on that one. It's dark, it's mahogany, it's dark copper, it's rich amber. It's a mix of all of these put together. £90 a bottle. Is it going to live up to that value? It's a tough price point at £90. It's cask strength, it's all the usual, it's Glenallachie. I'm becoming a wee, as you can see, I'm becoming a wee bit of a Glenallachie fanboy. They're straight down the wall here, all Glenallachies. So let's have a quick nose of this one. Coin 184, Whiskey Friend coin. Wow, okay, that's different. It's earthy. It's got that real nice outdoor feel that usually when I get typical Glenallachies, there's up front, they're fruity, they're sweet. This is not that. This is darker, it's dense, it's heading towards more the kind of, the Glenallachie, the Beast, the single casks, the older stuff. So it's a wee bit more dense, a wee bit more damp, a wee bit more dunnage, a wee bit more outdoor. And then once you get past that, the fruit tends to kind of come through, the dark fruit. Dried fruit, tropical fruit, raisins, prune, juicy raisins, juicy plums, tropical, pineapple, mango, orange. Wow. And then as you really get into it folks, there's a real burst of coffee in the back there, but it's dark coffee. Some real nice dark chocolate there as well, so dark chocolate. Wow. And then you've got those, there's a real, the typical kind of, the florals coming through now, a little bit of sweet vanilla. The more you get into it, the sweeter on the nose it gets. More vanilla, honey, dark honey, toffee, mixed with that tropical fruit. It's real nice, really interesting. on the nose. Let's compare it to the 15 Glendronach. So different. This is lighter, fresher, fruitier. Christmas cake, all those kind of sherry notes are there. The cherries here, the icings here, the raisins, the toffee. Wow. This is a little bit more delicate on the nose. This is definitely a little bit more earthy. Dense, darker. This is lighter, fruitier. Wow. Considering this is 55.4% ABV in cask strength, folks, there's no nip. I can get pretty much well in here. The further in you get, the raisins become more prominent, the prunes become more prominent, the dark fruit become more prominent. But this one is all about just, it's floral, it's fresh, it's bright, it's light. Wow, so nice. Tiny little bit of spice here on the back of the 15. And to be fair, I'm not picking up any spice on this one. On the nose, it's all about the dark fruits, the coffee, the chocolate. But let's have a taste. Cover that one back up. So you know where this is going, folks. This Glenallachie is going straight down the hatch. Cheers. Mamma mia. Oh, wow. There's why this is not a battle, because that came from nowhere. That first initial sip, that arrival is intense, it's powerful, it's punchy, so much spice. I was picking up very little spice on the nose, but as soon as you get into the palate, 55.4% ABV punches you in the face. Then the spice, the ginger, the pepper, hot spices, it's dry on arrival. It just sucks all the saliva out of your palate, and then after a few seconds it becomes really mouth-watering. It becomes really juicy, jammy, sticky. Wow. This is where the excitement comes, folks. That first sip has just got me up on my seat. Wow. What a sip. Raisins, nuts. Wow. Let me have a second sip. So much coffee, dark coffee, black coffee, espresso, dark chocolate, full bolded dark chocolate, lots of it. The raisins, the figs, the dates, the prunes, everything's in there. It's so dark, everything's dark honey, dark toffee, dark fruits, dried fruits, juicy fruits, jammy fruits. They're all in there. Wow, what a whiskey. Oh, mamma mia. This is going to be good. Let's bring me back down to earth a little bit. I'm getting too excited. Let's tackle this one. Have a sip of this. This should help me out. Wow. Okay. I'm still excited. This shows me the difference between cask strength whiskey and whiskey that's not cask strength. Is they're both fantastic in their own ways. If you like the high ABVs, the punchy, the intensity, the aggressiveness, the full bodied, the full on hit, the cask strength is your road to go, because what it does do, it gives you the option to water it down a little bit and bring it down to this sort of level. This one, what this does, this is nice, and it helps you in your second part of your journey where you're coming up the way. The cask strength guys are up here. These guys down here are going the other way, so they're going to meet somewhere, hopefully. So this would be your next level to take you up from your entry levels, your intermediates, getting into the better kind of ABVs. So the 46s. Let's have a quick sip again of this. It's much more delicate, it's much more refined, it's much more palatable, but it's still awesome. It's those Christmas cake notes, those raisins, those figs, those prunes, those dark fruits, those toffees, those honeys, those cherries, those everything's there. The spices. Well, this actually a wee bit spicier on the nose. There's not that much spice on the palate, whereas this one has no spice on the nose, and it just batters you with spice as soon as you take your first sip of it. Wow, awesome. Let's do another sip of this Glenallachie 14. One thing to note, folks, it's so surprisingly easy to sip at 55.4. This is drinking like 46% ABV, but a wee bit more spice, a wee bit more pit, a wee bit more power, a wee bit more intensity. I'm pretty sure when you add some water to this, which I have done a couple of times, and the water makes it a little bit spicier, makes it a little bit, brings the fruits a wee bit more to the front, a wee bit more floral to the front, so the earthiness takes a wee bit of your back seat. But after a bit of time with water in the glass, the earthy makes its way back again. So initially when you first pour the water, the earthiness dissipates a little bit, and then the fruit comes forward, and then it kind of balances out again as the longer the water's in the glass. So it's a real interesting whiskey. Even with water, this is so interesting, guys. This one there's no need for any water in this one. In fact, I'm just going to have another wee finish this one off, and then I'll conclude on the Glenallachie. Wow, that is so easy to sip, folks. That's just gone in seconds, that. But it gives you that beautiful warming. Love it. Love the Revival 15. There is a price difference in these, folks. This is about 60 to £65 a bottle. Maybe recently it's been going a little bit higher because all those crazy guys are trying to buy them all up before they go chill filtered. I haven't bought any of them. I've not bought any more. I've decided not to venture down the Glendronach route again for a wee while, and unless things change. This is where I'm heading now. I'm kind of loving the Glenallachie. Let's do a wee bit of finish on this, and then I'll score this one and I'll get going. Wow, so nice. It's dark, it's dense, it's the fruit's coming in a wee bit now. The honey, the toffee. Such a complex whiskey. Lovely job by Billy Walker as usual. Is it worth £90? I think if you're a Glenallachie fanboy, then I dived straight in and paid my £90. When I see some of the other whiskies that are coming out in a minute, not to diss anybody, but Glengoyne's just knocked out a 13-year-old distillery bottle for £170, which I think is far too much money. I can't understand how it's got to be £170. I'm dreading the teapot dram when that comes out, what the increase in that's going to be. Some of the other distilleries are kind of jumping on the bandwagon and racking their prices up. I'm glad to see that Glenallachie, I think it's just a hazard in the business. I think there's such demand for whiskey at the minute, there's such a clamber to get it, there's such a fight to pick up some whiskies, that I think the price is inevitably going to go up. Ultimately it's down to us. If we're going to pay the money, then we're going to pay it, then we'll have to keep paying it. If you don't want to pay it, then search out the distilleries that are keeping things respectable. I've just picked up a Glenmorangie single cask hand fill at the distillery, £55, cognac finish. So there is some whiskies out there, guys. If you shop around, you'll pick up some bottles. You don't need to dive on these crazy inflated prices. But if that's where you want to go, then it's your whiskey, it's your money, you can go down where you want. But for me, I'm going to kind of stick to the kind of sensible bottles now. I'm not going to go chasing anything anymore. But little rant over. That is awesome. What would I score it? It's cask strength, it's 55.4, it's non-chill filtered, it's natural colour. Granted, it's a UK exclusive, which is a shame. I'm sure there's probably going to be an American exclusive version, there's going to be a Far East exclusive version. I think there's going to be different versions kicking around. £90, is it worth £90? I think, yeah, I'm pretty much happy. Don't get me wrong, guys, I'd like to have paid less. But £90, yeah, I'm happy with that, because I think I can do a lot with it. I can mess around with some water, I can share this out. It's just taking now the next level of Billy's journey with taking some of the, I think the age statements are going to come a wee bit higher now. I've been smashing into the new 12-year-old, which I'm loving. I'm going to try and pick myself up. I need to pick up a new bottle of 15. I should have got it when I was at distillery and I never picked it up. I was laden with bottles at the minute, so my boot was full of bottles. So yeah, score wise, what would I score this one? This Glenallachie 14 Oloroso wood finish, 92 out of 100. It's early stages with it. It may be a case this may come back later in a battle. I may come back to give it a full review on its own, see where it goes from there. See, I've only just opened it in the last couple of weeks. 92 out of 100. By no means is this a battle, folks. This is just having a wee bit of fun comparing two fantastic whiskies. They're very, very different. This has got a big fondness in my heart, so it just gave me an excuse to get it back on the shelf again and get it back on the bar again. I may do a review of that again. It's been a while since I reviewed the Glendronach 15. In fact, I don't think I've actually reviewed it on its own, so it may give me an opportunity later on. But other than that, guys, that's enough for this one. If you can catch us, we're on all the social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Patreon. If you want to pick up some coins, guys, I'll pop all the links down into the description down below. You can catch up with there if you want to support the channel. Absolutely fantastic. And as always, until the next one, the pleasure is in the sharing, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Cheers now.